to One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing Ivoryton Playhouse's production of Hank Williams' Lost Highway, written by Randal, Myler, and Mark Harelik, directed and music directed by Ben Hope, and running through April 27th at the Playhouse at 103 Main Street in Ivoryton, Connecticut. Don't make me feel lonesome. Come to my Patreon page where you can, for as little as $1 a month, support this channel along with my classic cinema podcast, Yesterday's Matinee. Patrons get early access to the latest episode as well as quick reviews of shows I review on YouTube. Thank you to my current patrons, especially my Neo and Hamilton tier patrons, and welcome to the new ones. Links to my Patreon, Spotify, and Apple Podcast pages will be in the description. We all have heroes, some more broken than others, and there are few in the music world that fall as tragic as Hank Williams, who died at the age of 29 after some apparently poor medical treatment in response to health problems from his raging alcoholism, an addiction that formed while just reaching double digits in his life. Hank Williams' Lost Highway documents Hank's humble beginnings in Alabama, where he learns to play guitar and sing with his pals, eventually finding success on the country charts, and then his fall from grace. It's not a particularly happy story. Hank, played by Morse, marries Audrey, played by Kurtz. Their marriage has its problems as she tries to ingratiate herself into the music scene with Hank, though she has zero musical ability. Kurtz gives a notable performance here as she has to intentionally sing bad, make it recognizably bad by the audience, but at the same time not make it seem like it's actually a bad singer doing this. It's a craft, and she balances it well. Morse has a balancing act himself as he plays a character who is generally unlikable as a human being. The trick is in the music. As we watch the story progress, Randal, Myler, and Mark Harelik keep us connected and empathizing with Hank through his music. It is about the only time he is ever truly honest with himself and the people around him, and Morse does an excellent job of having us feel his internal struggle through the music. The story could have been a bit more nuanced in its approach regarding Hank and his alcoholism. The journey is more of a nosedive instead of progressively showing his decline. Still, there are some great moments here. The songs are all entertaining with classic tracks like Your Cheatin' Heart, Lovesick Blues, and I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Morse does a great job of embodying Hank and emulating his style, and the accompanying ensemble of musicians, the Drifting Cowboys, who all put up with Hank's erratic behavior with varying degrees of success throughout, get a delightful moment to shine with a rendition of Way Downtown in the second act. The real sweet treat of the show is Tony Perry as Tee-Tot, an older black gentleman who teaches Hank how to play the blues, which gives Hank his signature sound. Tee-Tot doesn't say much in the show, but Tony Perry sits through the entire thing downstage right on Tee-Tot's front porch, listening to the radio and Hank's songs. Sitting there, he could be totally forgotten and not do anything, but he is engaged the entire time, listening and acting to him perform the entire way as the early mentor, listening to his disciples' music, improving through time. This is one of those secret little performances that just elevate the quality of the show just by having the actor being on stage and having a presence. It's fantastic work. Glenn Bassett's scenic design provides plenty of room for the ensemble cast to move around on Ivoryton's newly revamped stage, which is a little bigger now, which is great to see. The details are beautifully executed to get a rustic country feel. Elizabeth Saylor does some fine costume work here. I particularly like the progression of suits that Hank wears as his star rises, and the bit of flair to Audrey's outfits are delightful. Hank Williams' Lost Highway is a bit too simple in its narrative, but it makes it up in spirit through the music. But that's kind of stock and trade for jukebox musicals, which this show is. There's a benefit that Hank died so young, as we have less lifetime to have to try to tell a story around, and we can spend a little more time on specific periods of his career, but it still feels like there could have been more management of the script. This isn't any of Ivoryton's fault. They produced an entertaining production featuring an all-around excellent cast, headed by Megan Morse, and standout turns by Kurtz and Tony Perry. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below if you'd like to see Hank Williams' Lost Highway. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get tickets. Also in the description will be links to my Patreon, Spotify, and Apple pages, as well as my social media handles where you can support my work. You can also support me by liking and sharing this video, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be the Broadway production of Boop the Musical. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.